Straight ahead on CCX News, a busy 2018 for construction. Maple Grove expects the most new development in nearly 20 years. Plus, coming soon, another grocery store makeover, this one coming to Crystal. And later, helping the city of Crystal sparkle.
I guess I'm kind of inspired by the movie Christmas Vacation.
The Crystal residents who help their neighborhoods shine. CCX News starts right now. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. A new year and new projects.
And keep an eye open for new developments in Maple Grove. Reporter Shannon SLATTON explains where.
Development in Maple Grove this year could rival the busy building days of the 90s or the early 2000s. At Tuesday night's City Council meeting, council members talked about what they're looking forward to. And at the top of the list is the Arbor Lakes Business Park. Today we caught up with Mayor Mark Stephenson to learn more about it.
I think I'm most excited about the Arbor Lakes business area. We already have one building that's going to be started to be built here this spring. It is going to be the new corporate headquarters for Illume.
Illume is a candle and fragrance company that would relocate from Bloomington to Maple Grove. There's room for other corporate headquarters at the site on Elm Creek Boulevard too, and the city hopes the development could attract medical and technical industries to locate there. Another site to keep your eye on for change is an old waste dump, the Hillgler Transfer Site.
We have received $1 million from the state, and we're in the process of receiving $500,000 from that council to help clean up that site. We already have plans for a set of buildings there.
In case you can't remember where that is, the site is located in the northeast corner of the intersection of Zachary Lane and 85th Avenue. It is zoned as an industrial site. And of course, the next big change you will see is the actual opening of Portillo's, which is set to open on January 23rd. Alex?
All right, thanks a lot, Shannon. In Golden Valley, a bittersweet night for some Golden Valley City Council members as they said goodbye to one colleague and welcomed another. The City Council bid farewell on Tuesday night to Councilmember Andy Snope, who served a 4-year term. In saying goodbye, Snope thanked Golden Valley residents for giving him the honor to serve.
It hasn't been easy to do, but I've taken up that challenge, and I really would encourage every resident of Golden Valley to get involved and to do their part to get involved with their city. I don't have any special way about me that made me more qualified than anybody else. Certainly would welcome anybody else.
The city swore in returning council member Larry Faunest and its newest council member, Jillian Rosenquist. Rosenquist is a lawyer turned homemaker who has served on many volunteer commissions and committees in the city. Rosenquist and her husband have 3 boys who attend Hopkins schools.
Minnesota's former lieutenant governor is now officially Minnesota's newest U.S. Senator. Tina Smith was sworn into office Wednesday morning in Washington, D.C. by Vice President Mike Pence. Smith replaces Senator Al Franken, who officially resigned Tuesday following allegations of sexual harassment. Smith plans to run in a special election for the Senate seat in November. And with Smith and Senator Amy Klobuchar currently in the U.S. Senate, Minnesota becomes one of 4 states with 2 female senators.
In other news, a dispute over a stolen iPhone led to a shootout and now a guilty plea for a Brooklyn Park man. 22-year-old Tyler Schlattfeld-Gidney admitted to firing shots at another man during a November afternoon in 2016 near a North Minneapolis Taco Bell restaurant. The other man, James Barnes, admitted to stealing an iPhone from Schlattfeld-Gidney's brother. The dispute led to guns drawn and numerous shots fired. Police retrieved 25 shell casings at the scene. Amazingly, no one was hit.
A new license plate will help pay for the funeral expenses of police officers in Minnesota. A group called the Law Enforcement Memorial Association works to make sure families never have to pay for a long list of details that are involved with the police funeral. But until now, they haven't had a long-term source of funding. Soon, motorists will be able to help by buying a new type of specialty license plate. This is an artist's rendition of what the new fallen officer's plate will look like. It represents all forms of Minnesota law enforcement. It's estimated the plate would raise $30,000, but it also carries a message.
When people see this plate, we want them to look at that plate and remember currently the 279 fallen officers who've died here in Minnesota. It's a daily reminder, and we hope there'll be many of these plates going down our highways for someone's eye to catch that and to say, huh, I wonder what that's about, and then to say, yeah, it's about peace officers, sheriff's deputies, and troopers who have fallen in the line of duty.
Chief Bien is the president of the Law Enforcement Memorial Association. The new plate would cost motorists a $10 plate fee plus a $25 donation to the Memorial Association. Well, here's a problem you can't see or smell, but it can cause cancer if it's in your home.
Almost half of Minnesota homes have high levels of radon. It's a radioactive gas that seeps into homes through cracks or openings in walls and foundations. This month, health organizations are hoping to raise awareness and get more Minnesotans to test their homes with small test kits like this. They're available for a small fee from Hennepin County.
It could be any home, and each home needs to test. Just because a neighbor has a high level or a low level doesn't necessarily mean that your level is going to be the same. Houses settle differently. There's cracks, crevices, and things of that nature that make each house a different dynamic.
This demonstration shows what happens. Look closely and you can see quick darts of light known as alpha particles shooting out. It's similar to what radon can do inside your lungs. Radon is linked to 21,000 cancer deaths in the U.S. each year.
The radon might be on your lung tissue, and when it dies, it sets off a little spark that kind of makes a scratch in your lung tissue, and several scratches built up over time could lead to lung cancer.
If you find a high level of radon, a venting system can be installed from under the foundation of a home. Newer homes already have the system built in.
Well, Cub Foods is celebrating its 50th year in business, and not only is it a big year for Cub, it's a big year for the Cub in Crystal, which is undergoing an extensive remodel. The company's president of operations says it'll be one of the company's larger remodels. The Crystal store first opened in 1995, and artist renderings show what the inside will look like when it's complete. It includes a section that features fresh squeezed juices, as well as a popcorn shop and a new meals to go section. The remodel is expected to be finished by May, and the Maple Grove Cub underwent a similar renovation. Still ahead on CCX News, we head to Brooklyn Center High School to meet this week's standout students.
Plus, rivals Breck and Blake go head-to-head in a key girls hockey contest.
But first, our Arctic blast continues, but on the bright side, plenty of sunshine expected on Thursday.
Students and staff at Wayzata High School were greeted with some good news after returning from the holiday break.
According to an article in USA Today, Wayzata High School tops the list when it comes to the best public high schools in Minnesota. The ranking is based on data that ranges from student to teacher ratios, standardized test scores, graduation rates, and ACT and SAT scores. Wayzata High School has more than 3,200 students. The average SAT score is 1420.
And we head to Brooklyn Center High School for this week's Standout Student.
And Eric Nelson introduces us to a senior who is doing some amazing things for the Centaurs in the classroom and on the football field.
You got to take some time and think about it.
Yeah, because I got back to these 3 last weekend.
Dayvia Gbor is a true double threat.
You should be looking at your college and the scholarships that they are offering.
He gets good grades in the classroom at Brooklyn Center High.
I've had Dayvia since he was in 8th grade. He's always been super studious. He works really hard to make sure that everything is complete and exactly how he wants it to be.
And also grades out well on the gridiron as a Centaurs quarterback and defensive back.
Dayvia is a role model for the school because he is an athlete and he is popular at school. And when people see him in class, when Dayvia decides to, which he generally does, decide to be on task, the people around him tend to follow.
Gbor is being recruited by multiple schools in the upper Midwest. His blend of academic and athletic success is appealing to college coaches.
Like getting recruited, if your GPA and your ACT score not high enough, colleges might pass on you, but that's one thing I didn't have to worry about because right now I'm sitting at a 3.6 and a 24 ACT.
Gbor is taking 2 off-site courses at North Hennepin.
You're getting college credits for free, so it's amazing to be able to do that.
And some college prep classes at Brooklyn Center.
He's always taking a challenge as far as what's available in the classroom too.
Gbor was a captain on the Centaurs football team this season and has natural leadership abilities.
And we've told him that as teachers before. We said, be a leader, watch what happens around you, and the rest of the group follows.
Gbor has lofty goals.
So I want to use football to help me just like have a better impact on the world because I feel like if football is the only thing that I'm good at, I failed myself at life. So I'm trying to stand out in a different way too.
Gbor's template for success is simple.
Stay focused, don't try to follow the crowd, and do you and make smart decisions.
And he is more than willing to dole out his wisdom to other students.
He's always been on track. He's always doing what he planned on doing, there to make his mom proud, there to make the school proud.
In Brooklyn Center, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
Dayvia plans to major in either exercise science or pre-law. Still ahead, what helped make Crystal neighborhoods sparkle this year?
But first, 2 young women from Plymouth will wear the red, white, and blue in the Olympic women's hockey tournament. John Jacobson is up next with sports.
I'm John Jacobson with sports. The Winter Olympic Games get underway in South Korea in just 5 weeks. 2 local women will be chasing their Olympic dreams for the U.S. women's hockey team. Number 12, Kelly Panik's team here playing for Team USA against Canada in an exhibition game last month in St. Paul, along with number 24, Danny Cameronese, both of Plymouth, have been chosen to play for Team USA in the upcoming Olympic Games. Panik, who just turned 22 last week, took this season off from playing for the Gophers to train with the national team. Cameronese, who's also 22, finished her University of Minnesota career last season. Though they've played in some international competitions, it'll be the first Olympics for both women. And in addition, former Osseo and Gopher men's standout Brett Strode is one of the assistant coaches for the women's team, coaching with his college teammate Rob Stauber, the Duluth native, who is the head coach. Well, Danny Cameronese's high school alma mater, Blake, made the jump from Class 1A to 2A this season, and the Bears are ranked first in Class AA girls hockey. Breck is ranked third in Class A, and the 2 rivals met for the first time this season Tuesday night. The unbeaten Bears on the road for this one. First period and a good scoring chance with a nice kick save there by Breck goalie Uma Cornier. Blake does strike late in the first period. Nice pass to Izzy Daniels for the goal. It's 1-0 Bears after 1. The Mustangs draw even in the second when Olivia Mobley buries the wrist shot, and we're tied at 1. Third period with Blake on the power play. Kira Willoughby's shot finds it through traffic and in. Bears go up 2-1. CC Wallen adds an empty netter late. Blake wins 3-1. The teams play again on January 19th. The Blake boys also beat Breck last night 6-2. Providence Academy won just 8 games in boys hockey last season, but already this year the Lions have racked up 7 wins. They played a tough opponent to start the new year. Lions at home in Plymouth to take on 7th-ranked Mound-Westonka. First period, Whitehawks on the power play. Carter Hansen to Hank Nagel. Great pass. Mound-Westonka on the board 7 minutes into the game. A race for the puck, and number 11, Tyler Hartel of Providence gets to it first. His backhander, though, off the crossbar. A pretty goal for Mound's Torsten Lee late in the period, pulling the puck away from the defenseman, and then over goalie Bradley Koski and in. 2-0 Whitehawks after 1. Evan Spadafora gets the Lions on the scoreboard in the second, and it's a 2-1 game. The Lions trailed 3-1 late in the third. They have an extra attacker on the ice. They score again. Jacob Geisler on the rebound of Zach Geisler's shot to make it 3-2. That's the final, though. Mound-Westonka hangs on to win. Maranatha Christian Academy's girls basketball team will get tested Wednesday night when they face the 3rd-ranked team in Class 4A, Wayzata. Mustangs are ranked 3rd in Class 2A. They were at home to face Columbia Heights on Tuesday. A steal for the Mustangs leads to points here. Kylie Post the steal, an assist, setting up Jacqueline Jarnett for the layup. It's 9-0 MCA. And the Mustangs will work the ball around. Brianna Smeestead sticks the mid-range jumper here to make it 15-0. Coach Chris Berman's team extends its lead to 20 when Caitlin Post passes to Kayla Jo Davis. She scores 2 over 6 points there. Highlanders will lose control of the ball in the front court, and it's Kylie Post taking it herself all the way for a hoop to make it 28-2 Maranatha. They go on to win big in this one. 73-22 MCA is the final. Park Center's had a strong run in the past several seasons in girls basketball. On this week's Sports Jam show on CCX, Jay Wilcox profiles 2 of the Pirates' senior leaders. Here's a clip from that story.
They've moved up the ladder together in the strong Park Center girls basketball program. Seniors Summer Blakemore and MEGHAN DUBOIS are good friends and now leaders for the Pirates, following in the footsteps of players who came before them.
Definitely, it's kind of different from my role not being as big to now I like talk so much, and I'm just like trying to help everything and always stay positive with the younger players.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I've been close with all of them, like especially like my sister and like all her friends. Like, I always would hang out with them. So like after them leaving and me and Summer like being like the next leaders on the team, it's been a big change.
What I really appreciate about MEGHAN and Summer is they really do. They're kind of quiet leaders, but yet when something needs to be done, they're all over it. And they're the first ones that'll come talk to me and say, you know, hey coach, can we do this? Can we try this?
You can see the rest of that story and plenty of prep highlights this week on Sports Jam. It airs through Wednesday at 6:30 and 10 p.m. on channels 799 and 12 and online at ccxmedia.org. Live boys basketball tonight, Wednesday on CCX as rivals Park Center and Osseo meet. Tip-off scheduled for 7 o'clock. Mike and Alex, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Up next, letting their light shine.
The best and brightest holiday light displays in Crystal when we come back.
And finally, some Crystal residents who helped their neighborhoods sparkle.
The winners of the Crystal Sparkles Holiday Lighting Contest were announced this week, and the first place winner was Brad Snyder with this simple but elegant display in his front yard. The win was a surprise to him. He didn't even know he was nominated. The second place winner was Deb Walk. Deb is a basketball coach, so decorating the basketball hoop was a must, which caught the attention of the judges.
I've been doing this display and adding to it every year, and now that I got second place, it's next year there's a big challenge. There's a huge area in my lawn that has nothing. I guarantee you next year there's going to be something there.
There's always room for more lights, right? Deb didn't count how many lights she put up, but she says she will count them all when she takes them down. The first place winner receives $150. Second place winner gets $75. The contest is put on by the West Metro Fire Auxiliary and the social media group, The Light of Crystal. Good work, guys.
That's right. Go get them down.
Yeah, get them
Game on next year. That's right.
That'll do it. That's it for now. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone.
We will see you back here again on Thursday starting at 4 o'clock.